Good afternoon, guys, and welcome back to Hiking to the Sunset. This afternoon, we're back up in north central Pennsylvania. We're going to be doing an overnighter on the Old Loggers Path. I parked at the main trailhead in Masten, and it's just about 3 o'clock right now. I'm just getting going. I had a half day at work, got off at 11, drove up here. About 3 hours, 3 hours to get up here. By the time I got ready and everything, stepping on the trail, it's almost 3 now. Got a little road walk to do here. We're going to be doing this loop clockwise. The way I kind of mapped this out was I'm trying to get to at least Pleasant Stream, which is about 10 miles from where we're starting at. There's another campsite a little further up, around 12 something, but considering that it's already 3 o'clock and I don't really feel like rushing, I'm just gonna try to make it to Pleasant Stream with some time to set up and hang out tonight. Just enjoy it. It's a really nice day out. Blue skies, probably about 60 degrees. Just kind of enjoy it tonight. Get up tomorrow and we'll have a full day ahead of us. Probably it'll be 15 to 17 miles to finish this thing. I want to finish this by tomorrow afternoon and then still drive home about 3 hours. So it'll be a fun one. I'm sure it will be. Just signed in on the trail register. It's always a good idea to do that. For one, it's just a way for them to keep track of how many people are utilizing the trails, and they use that information for different purposes and for your safety also, so you can have a record of you being out here if anything were to happen to you. If you sign the trail registers along the way, it can help them get an idea of the general area that you might be at if you need help while you're out here. Hopefully none of us ever need help while we're out here, but just in case, it's always a good thing to be aware of. One thing that we do need to keep in mind while we're hiking on this trail is that this whole trail and area is prime rattlesnake habitat. They can be found anywhere along this trail. Usually you'll find them, sunning along the rocky outcropping portions, but they could be anywhere. Sometimes people will see them just coiled up on the side of the trail, under logs and stuff like that. But it's nothing that you need to be overly worried about when you come out here. Just keep your eyes open. Watch where you're stepping, watch where you're putting your hands if you're putting them somewhere. And I always tap on the other side of logs with my trekking poles before I step over them. That's always a good habit to get into. And other than that, they're not out here looking to hurt anyone. They're just trying to do what they gotta do. Most times, if people get bit, it's by mistake. They don't see the snake and they accidentally step on it or put their hands out. A lot of times, if people are kind of rock scrambling, they'll put their hands up without looking and there'll be a snake in there and people get bit that way. Just taking a quick breather here. GPS says we're about 4.2 miles in right now. Haven't been filming too much, but really trying to keep my pace up here so that we can get to camp, and have some time to enjoy that tonight. The bugs, definitely noticing the bugs out here. That's one thing I didn't bring with me. I normally bring some Pickardin packets with me. I took those out for the winter when I didn't really need them. Forgot to put them back in. so I'm hoping I don't need them. Doing good, trying to keep my pace up because I don't want to get into camp too late tonight. And in case my mileage calculations are off or anything like that, I just want to keep pushing. Trail's been pretty moderate here so far, pretty flat. We have been steadily gaining some elevation, which is going to eventually take us up to the one shelter area. But other than that, I'm going to keep on pushing. Right behind me here, this is the spur trail up to the Sprout Point Vista. Been up there before. There's one of these shelters, and there's a nice view up there, camping opportunities. Gonna bypass that today just because of a time. It's 4:30 right now. Still got some ground to cover. Want to make sure we get to camp, so we're just gonna keep pushing along. We'll still see another vista up here, the Sharp Top, I think it's called Vista, and that's right along the trail, so we'll check that out. GPS has us at about 5 miles. Still got at least another 5 to go to get to camp, so we got to keep pushing. We'll get there. We're at around 2,000 feet elevation right now, so pretty high up. I think we're going to be dropping some of this off eventually to get down to the Pleasant Stream area. Trail's been a little boggy in sections. Just kind of had to walk through that, get my shoes muddy, but they're already drying. And it really doesn't matter anyway, because we're gonna have to cross Pleasant Stream tonight, and that's I think that's at least a calf deep, if not deeper, crossing, depending on how high it is. And that's another reason why I just want to keep pushing, because we'll have to get there and navigate that stream crossing, which shouldn't be a big deal, but just in case the water's up or anything like that. The road we just passed back there, I believe that's Cascade Road. I came up that road on the way to the main trailhead in Masten. I was looking at that spot to start this hike when I was doing my planning, because it's closer, maybe about 15 or 20 minutes closer. Spot for a couple cars back there. I decided not to park at that area this time, just because of the logistics and the amount that I wanted to go tonight. But that is one of the potential areas where you could start this. And there's a trail register right here. Going to sign that just so I can keep track of where I'm at on the trail out here. And we'll keep pushing on down this trail. This is a trail heading straight down that way. Creek from up here comes down and is just flowing pretty much straight up the trail. I'm just going through. We're gonna have to walk through Pleasant Stream anyway, so it doesn't really make much difference at this point. Oh my goodness. Nice campsite back in there. Real nice site. We made it up to the sharp top vista here behind me. Really nice outlook. There's a road. There's a way to drive up here if you want to do that. Bugs are a little bad up here. That climb up from down there was a pretty good climb. I'm gonna catch my breath here for a minute. Keep on moving. Passed two ladies on the trail. They were really nice. They asked if they were going the harder way. I said, I don't think it matters. I just got done coming up a big ass hill. We just veered off the road that leads up to the sharp top vista. Spent some time out there just checking out the view. Probably more time than I should have. But that's alright. So looks like now we'll be beginning our descent here down to Pleasant Stream. See how long it takes us to get down there. .1 miles from here. Alrighty. That's good to know. We can handle that. We could definitely handle that. Where are we at here? Going down. It's 7 o'clock right now. We just made it down to Pleasant Stream here. Past a really nice campsite. Back a little ways back there. I can see another one across the creek. So I'm going to decide, do I want to cross the creek tonight and then not have to cross it first thing in the morning, or cross it now, not have to worry about it in the morning. It's a decent crossing here. Sun's going down on the horizon back here. I think I'm just gonna cross right now, check it out, see if I can find a spot to hang on the other side of the creek over here. Should be able to find something. Flowing pretty good. Just gonna hold on to my camera tight here. Face upstream when you're crossing. Let's just do it. right here. Oh, that current is moving pretty good. Oh, that's knee high. We're almost there. Oh man. Face upstream. Oh, that's cold. All right. Woo. Okay. Not going back across that tonight. So it's a campsite here. I think the trail comes right through here. Not sure. But yeah, I see blazes. I'm gonna find some trees over here somewhere, get set up before we lose too much sunlight. Yeah, we'll make this work. We won't have to do that crossing first thing in the morning. Plus I'm closer to get some water for tonight. So I want to find a couple trees, get camp set up while I still have some sunlight here. It's not the greatest hang, but this will work for tonight. Got to keep moving on my setup. It's about 7:30 right now. I got my hammock hung here. It's not the perfect hang, but it'll do for tonight. The trees are a little bit far apart than what I would like for ideal, but can't always be perfect out here. Got my tarp up. I can fine tune that as I need. I'll stake that out a little later. Doesn't look like it's gonna rain anytime soon. So now I'm gonna get my undercoat on, get that set for the night, then I'll be good. I still gotta filter up water for the night and the morning. Gotta hang my barrier line, gotta cook, so still got a good bit to do for the night. So I'm gonna get to it. I had some beef stroganoff cooking up for a while now. This should be definitely ready to go. Come on. That beef stroganoff. Stir that around. I got some Texas Pete I'm gonna throw in here. So I'm gonna eat this up. It's getting dark. Finish getting things situated around here and lay it down for the night. Morning, guys. It's about 6:10 right now. Just ate my oatmeal breakfast. Just took my first sip of coffee, sitting here in the hammock. Gonna drink up some of this coffee. Oh yeah, hot. Then start working on getting packed up. Sun's already out. It's already bright out here. Sun was coming out at like 5 a.m. when I first woke up in the hammock. Slept nice and warm. I brought my 20-degree full-length underquilt just to be safe because the temps were forecasting to go down to like 37, 38. But you never know out here in the woods. So I brought that. Slept comfortable. Slept really good. Good night. There's a really nice campsite down here by Pleasant Stream. Glad I got this site. So I'm going to finish up some of this coffee here. Get up, get dressed, start breaking down camp. We'll probably have about 17 or so miles to hike today, so I want to get on it. It is 7:40 right now. Just stepped back on the trail. This is definitely a later start than I normally get, than what I was shooting for, but it's just a really nice morning out here. I was kind of just taking my time, getting packed up and everything, so it shouldn't be a big deal. Gonna get hiking a little bit here this morning, get warmed up. I think we might have a climb coming up here at some point pretty early this morning, so that'll get us warmed up pretty good, I'm sure, if we do have to do the climb. So far, really nice out this morning. Last forecast that I checked yesterday said rain, probably moving in at some point today. So we'll see what happens with that. So gonna head on down the trail a little bit. Get this day started off right. It's gonna be a beautiful day out here on the Old Loggers Path. We got up that hill. Just a little climb. It wasn't nothing too crazy. Came out to a road here. Doing a little road walking right now, which is fine. First thing in the morning here, get a little warmed up. really nice. In the morning, my toes are pretty cold, kind of like half numb right now from putting back on my wet shoes. So hoping we work up some warmth down there, get them going. Other than that, it's nice getting the body warmed up, the muscles warmed up a little bit. Just going at a normal pace, and then we'll pick it up a little bit here when we start to get warmed up. Just passing the second campsite that I was going to shoot for last night. It's down the hill down here, creek over there. Looks like a nice site. Not sure how you're supposed to get down there. Just climb, I guess. Yep, just didn't have enough time to make it to that site this time around. Maybe another time in the future I'll be able to hang out there. Cool campsite back there, right along the stream. If you don't mind camping pretty much right on the trail. Looks like it's only really good for a tent, probably. Not a lot of trees right there. We've been steadily climbing for most of the morning here. Looks like we've just about finished with the climb. Come up on top of the plateau here now. Just kind of walking along the ridge line. This should be the Sullivan Mountain area. I'll have to get out my map to double check that. So, doing good so far. That was probably at least an hour of climbing this morning. So I'll be glad to have that out of the way. Made it out here to a nice overlook point. I believe this is Sullivan Mountain. Came out here, looked around to see if I could see any snakes. I didn't see any. Thought we might see one sunning himself out here on these rocks, but not quite yet this morning. Doesn't mean they're not around though. It's 9:30 right now. So, doing pretty good. Nice morning so far. I think rain is supposed to move in at some point today. Maybe even possibly thunderstorms. So I want to keep moving if I can. Try to stay ahead of at least the thunderstorms. I plan on getting caught in the rain. I've already planned for that, so not too worried about that. If I can stay out of the thunderstorms though, that's good. I was just taking my time, going slow on those rocky outcroppings up there, because that's definitely where the snakes like to sun themselves. Didn't see any today. I thought I might, but that's alright. It's coming up on 10 o'clock now. I had 2 oatmeal packs for breakfast, and my stomach's already grumbling. I'm kind of hungry. Got a Snickers here. Gonna eat that for a nice mid-morning snack. Can't beat that. Keep pushing. Maybe take lunch if we can make it to the Yellow Dog Rock Run area. That'd be a nice place to take lunch. We'll see how we make it. Day's going good so far. Haven't been pushing extremely hard. Just kind of strolling. About 11 o'clock right now. We made it up to the Doe Run shelter here. Nice shelter. Still pretty new. You can still kind of smell the new wood. I think it may only be a couple years old, if that. Cool place, if you're interested in staying in a shelter. This is what the other one up at the overlook that we bypassed yesterday. Just like this. But it's just up at the overlook area, which is cool. So if you're interested in staying in a shelter, just have to bring your sleeping bag and pad. That would be pretty nice. There's 2 of these on this trail available for anyone to use. Try and do cold soak again. So I got my couscous here, put some water in it. We'll let that soak up while we head down the trail a little while. Try that for lunch again. Gonna sit here maybe for 5 more minutes, take a little break, and then we'll keep moving on down. Just saw a couple yellow arrow pointing down here. Brought me out to an awesome view back here. Best on the trail in my opinion. I didn't even know there were views like this out here on this trail. That's freaking cool. I've done this trail before. I never saw this. So you always see something new. It's always a new adventure every time you come out here. What a view. We made it out here. This is Yellow Dog Road, I'm pretty sure. We'll have a short road walk. I don't think it's too long. There'll be a trailhead up here, and then we'll head back down. And then that'll take us down towards the Rock Run area. That's where I'm hoping to find a nice spot to take lunch. We're making our descent to get down to the Rock Run area right now. It's a little steep, but it's graded pretty nice, so it's actually not as bad as it could be. In the late 1800s and early 1900s, most of this entire forest area was logged pretty much completely clean, and that caused a lot of issues with erosion, really bad problems with that. And then eventually the state came in and was able to buy this land and turn it back into the Loyalsock State Forest, and make it the land that we're able to utilize now. But so a lot of this trail parts of it is on old logging grades, so it's pretty nice to walk on, pretty nice on the feet. There are some parts that are climbs, descents, rock, root. It's kind of a nice mix, but some of the spots out here is pretty nice grade to walk on. That's a really nice waterfall down there. Yeah, I know there's a way to get down to it. I think on another trip, I might have to go down there and check that out. But today, we gotta keep moving on. We still gotta take lunch, and we still gotta drive home once we make it out of here. Dang, that's a nice waterfall down there. Man, I wish I could go down and check that out. stopped off at a little campsite down here by Rock Run, eating my couscous. I'm liking it better this time. I think I put the right amount of water in it, and I put a sweet and spicy tuna in here, 1 pack. It's going pretty well, so it's not that bad. Starting to sprinkle out here. Check in on my paper map here, and it looks like we shouldn't have any more than 7 miles to get out of here. So it's like it's starting to sprinkle, might rain. I think I'm gonna put this camera away for the day so nothing happens to it. Just getting back on the trail now after taking lunch back there. Ate my couscous, had some tuna in it. Pretty good. Made a propel, drank some of that, still have some left. Don't have a lot of water left right now. I may or may not have to filter some up before we finish. Put the rain jacket on because it's spitting raindrops right now. Can't really tell if it's not gonna rain, but got the rain jacket on a while just in case. It's also offering me some warmth and protection from the wind, since I don't want to put my fleece on right now if it's gonna rain. Right now, we're climbing back up out of where we went all the way down to Rock Run. This should be our last significant elevation push of the trip. But we got to make it up out of here first. The rain hasn't been able to make up its mind here yet this afternoon. I had the rain jacket on, took it off, it wasn't really raining, I was getting hot. Now it's raining again, I just put it back on. Seems like it's becoming more steady now, so. The weather out here, you never know what it's gonna do sometimes. It wouldn't be a hike into the sunset adventure without some rain though. Seems like it rains at least some point on every time we come out here. Doesn't really bother me. I just like it to make up its mind. Also, a weird thing, after lunch, I put my other camera away, obviously, because that can't get wet. Got out this camera. Before I left to come out on the trail, I charged all 3 of the batteries fully. Didn't use them at all. Tried to turn this camera on and it wouldn't turn on. I didn't know what was going on. So I took that battery out, put another brand new battery in, and it says 40%. So it's this one's gonna be dying soon. I only have one left for this camera. It's just really weird because I fully charge all my, batteries, power bank, anything I'm bringing out with me before I come out here. So don't really know what's going on there. It's kind of weird. Down there's a nice campsite that I remembered. Won't be bad, except for people left. Bunch of trash. I see a Gatorade bottle over there. Bunch of crap in the fire ring. We just passed the trailhead off of Ellington Ridge Road. Nice area to park. No one there today. So that should mean we're getting pretty close to finishing this thing up. I'd say I think we're within 2 miles of the car. So doing good so far. It's about 3:30 right now. We're making pretty good time. We'll keep going. Get this thing to the finish line. Just signed off on what should be the last trail register now. Getting pretty close now. Still feeling pretty good. Getting hungry. So I kind of want to finish this thing off so I can get driving home. Maybe order in something good, maybe some Chinese. Something good. I'm ready to eat a bunch. But I got to get out of here first. And hopefully my wife and my son is willing to wait for me to get home a little late tonight to order in some food. And that's just about gonna do it for this one, guys. Car in the parking area is right down here. Successful spring completion of the old loggers path. Can't complain about that. My GPS says 28.79 miles. That's pretty accurate. They say it's about 28 miles. I went off trail a little bit. Elevation profile, we gained 4,116 feet of elevation on this trip. So all in all, I say this is a great trip. I think I enjoyed the trail better this time than the first time I was here. Pleasant Stream is a really good spot to camp if you want to check that out. Definitely check out the overlook after the Doe Run shelter before you get the Yellow Dog Run. I think that's the best vista out here. But if you have any questions, just leave them in the comments down below. I'll be sure to answer them for you. Guys, I need to hit the road here. I think I got some Green Garden Chinese food calling my name, but I gotta drive 3 hours before I can get to it. So until next time, guys, get out and explore.